So here's just a few ideas about like how to get the most out of your trekking poles. If you're not currently using trekking poles and you're doing like long backpack hunts, it's highly advised. Just the increased stability that they give you, of having 4 points of contact with the ground, and then also the ability to sort of distribute the load between your upper and your lower body, especially as you're like going uphill or you're under heavy load if you're packing out a deer or an elk or something. Going downhill, it's going to help reduce the stress on your joints as you go into an eccentric contraction with your muscles to control your weight going down. This just gives you a little bit of help, and I think you'll find that it'll help you go further faster. But the way to get the most out of them, we've been using these for like probably about a decade now. When you're setting these up, like to get the right height, you want to shoot for like 90 or just slightly more than a 90-degree angle in your elbow. And then if you've got a long haul, like up a hill, you know, you're going to be putting these up here so you can shorten your trekking poles, and that'll just help you kind of chop into that mountain a little bit without having to like really get your arms up high. You can just kind of maintain that proper angle of your elbow. And the same thing if you're going downhill. You've got a long haul downhill, just lengthening the trekking pole will help you help you keep upright instead of having to like really lean forward to get a point of contact with the ground. And then the biggest thing, the number one thing, is how you hold it. Most guys are going to grab it, you know, they've got these really cool grips on it, you know, that's where my hand goes. So they're just going to grab it and put their hand on it right there. But what we found is if you actually use the strap and then you kind of take your hand and you just put that strap right there in between your index finger and your thumb, and then you hold it with that strap against the handle, and then you can move out. What this does is it creates a fulcrum that mechanically advantages that trekking pole so that you don't have to push quite as hard with your hands to really generate a lot of force to help propel you up and down the mountain. So that, like, holding that trekking pole like that is like the number one thing to do to get the most out of using these trekking poles.